Looking at the fixture list, with an international break coming, it feels like a couple of really big fixtures either side of the international break. I know they're all massive at the moment. You've found a little bit of form, perhaps drawing more games than you would like. How big a period does this feel like in trying to pull off what a lot of people might think is unlikely?
Obviously it's massive for the club, for everybody. Obviously a lot of livelihoods and stuff like that, and massive for us players. We know that, especially as it's on our shoulders, but we just take each game as it comes. When next game is the next game, and hopefully we win and we don't get beat.
Adversity, you've always looked like you respond to it on the pitch. Is it kind of the same off the field? If you get told you can't do something or you won't do something, do you sort of go, we'll see about that?
Definitely. I think obviously I've had plenty of knockbacks in my career. Obviously at St Johnstone, I didn't play for the first 6 months. I just kept my head down, just kept busy, kept on doing extras after training, stuff like that. I'm not the person just to give up on anything in life. And I think obviously my mum and dad brought me up that way, so huge credit to them, and obviously I've took that on board.
Is that a spirit and a feeling that's growing within this group of players as well? Do you see that kind of manifesting itself in your teammates with the situation you find yourselves in?
Definitely, and I think just going 5 unbeaten right now is massive as well. It gives us belief every game. We can keep a clean sheet now. We're not conceding 3 goals, stuff like that. It's huge. It's mentally, obviously, it's positive for yourself. It's not mentally draining when you're going out on the pitch and you're just losing 3 goals. So 100% it's a lot better for us.
How big is that psychology and that mentality? Because I'm guilty of sitting in the commentary box and saying, oh, the body language isn't great when they've conceded a goal there. For many teams that I watch and have watched over the years, just how hard is it, as you say, if you concede 2-3 goals again and you're in a similar position? Is there a feeling of, oh, here we go again?
That's it, exactly that. Here we go again. As soon as that flipped, there was games where we were on top, we'd hit the post, no score or whatever, and it'd be a sucker punch, and then as soon as that sucker punch, it's just like, there you go. It's just deflating, it's everything, and it's hard to probably get yourself back out of that sort of situation, if you know what I mean. But again, that's why we're here in this position, and that's why we're 5 unbeaten right now, because when we do get a setback, we've got the confidence in each other to go and back each other up.
Draws, they obviously get you just the 1 point, and you're in a position where those 3 points would be absolutely invaluable. From what you're saying there though, how much does not losing, how much does executing, particularly defensive stuff, give you belief and confidence and perhaps help you to a result in the next game?
Massively. I think overall the performances have been great. First half on the other night, it wasn't good enough. They came out the second half, we were more aggressive and everything. And obviously when you start getting top of games, you start getting the belief, you start getting everything, the confidence. Everybody starts wanting the ball more, wanting more shots, more everything. It's the key basically to everything.
That gap in the league table, it's a little bit smaller. Will there come a point where a point isn't going to be enough and you're going to have to gamble and go for it?
Definitely, when it becomes mathematically that way, then definitely you need to start going for it, if you know what I mean. But right now, we want to win games. We're going into Charlton. We're going in that game to win that game, not to draw, not to lose. It's to win now. You know what I mean? 9 cup finals, as we see it, or 8 cup finals. Just that's the way we see it at the end of the day now.
It's not that long ago that Charlton were one of those teams directly above the relegation zone that you were chasing. They've gone on a good unbeaten run, but they've drawn quite a lot of those games. Can you take a bit of inspiration from that and say, if we can keep doing this, we can do what they've done?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, they were, to be fair, they were always above us in the league table. They were drawn into the relegation battle, but they've then kicked on, and it's an incredible run they're on. Got to give them huge credit for that. But obviously, we can only take what's in front of us and try and beat them, and then see where we end up in the Saturday. Hopefully, other teams drop points and stuff like that. We bring other teams back into the relegation battle.
I think your manager said a few weeks ago, I forget how many games there were then, but he said it's a this many game season and we've just got a handicap start. We've just got to catch up that number of points. Is that the way you continue to look at it?
Definitely. Obviously, we've got to gain 6 points for for other games. Other teams have got games in hand, which us having an international break might obviously give us that reset back where they get beat their 2 games, or they might win their 2 games or whatever. And then we've really got to start getting on it. You know what I mean? Even though we are on it, but we've got to up the ante even more.
Do you get a sense from around the place, from the fans, from the people around the club, that there's an increased belief?
Definitely, yeah. There's an increased belief. Just the staff, the academy, coaches, Will Watts, just people like that. Obviously the physios and stuff like that. They enjoy watching us now. They probably during that spell we were getting beat 3-0, hated watching us. Fans hated watching us. But now there's a belief that they're actually going in this game. We're not going to get beat. We'll get in there and we've got to keep a clean sheet and we could score. Well, hopefully we score.
How much better is this group of players then than maybe 3 or 4 months ago before those changes in January? Or is it not so much about the personnel and
I would say,
the things you're doing?
Yeah, it's the things we're doing. I would say the gaffer obviously is huge. He builds us up every single day. It just gives us confidence to go and play, to go and get in the ball, have that structure. Everybody knows their job, where before probably not very many people knew their job or whatever. As a back 5, we've got solidity and stuff like that. Like, it's massive for us. The gaffer obviously got to take huge credit for that.